Hello everyone, this is StiltzkinKupo84, representing Cat and Fam Gamer TV. We're going to go ahead and teleport back to Rabbinaster, because we are trying to take on the White Moose. Now we have a haste spell, and we have a Thundara spell, which is on top of our Fira spell that we already had. The plains, well, Giza is still in the reins at this point. So, let's see, Horn. I guess we're not going to use the Moogling yet. Well, no, you know what? I do. I do want to use the Moogling. Just because. Let's go to the Muthru Bazaar and see if Kitchen will talk to us again. We've done some more story, so maybe she will. No, we haven't done the story that's significant for her reaching her next talking point, I guess. So, I wonder if anything has happened in the clan hall. Ooh, we're a headhunter. A ward of justice, even. Nice. So Orthros is now available. That's good, because we wanted Orthros. He's also in the Garam Scythe waterway. So, got caught thieving, I'd be happy to give back what I done stole, but this monster came and stole what I stole, and better talk in person. Alright, well, we'll talk to the petitioner. Yeah, there we go, contrite thief. So, I think that was it. Now we have a complete gill snapper hunt, and I think we need Giza Plains in the dry before we can go back and talk to those people and collect our reward. So looks like we're going to come down and use the Moogling again, and let's teleport to the Sand Sea. Because I've been following the guide to see when these hunts tend to pop up. And the guide says that we shouldn't have tripped any new hunts by now, but I'm wondering if we accidentally did. And if we did, then that's bad news, because... Okay, good. White Moose is the only one still there. Good, so we need that hunt board cleared. We need to make sure that it stays that way. Let's see. Clan Primer. This is a rank 5 hunt that we have to do for Sorbet. And then the Contrite Thief is also a rank 5. Okay, so, looks like we're in for 2 very tough battles. And it's a good thing, then, that we have our haste ability, which I think we're going to need to set up a gambit for, actually. Let's see if there's any more technics. And there's not. We could also see if there's any more gambits for sale. Because I'm actually not sure that we bought all of the gambits that are available. I have to come up here. And we may find ourselves needing some gambits that we don't have yet, so let's go ahead and do that. Yep. What did I say? Yep, so we got a lot of gambits here that we can still buy. There's a lot of $300 gambits, and then there's a lot of 70 gambits, so let's buy all the 70s. I'm not sure how useful these self-status ones are just yet, but I mean, I know self-status lure could be good if you were trying to set up a protect or a shell gambit behind that. Some of these self-status on the negative statuses are good for, like, if you want to use an Asuna or if you want to use an item. Self item amount greater than 10. We want that one actually. So let's just buy these since they're at the bottom. If not, we might forget that they're there. And there's a lot of techniques that use the self gambits. So, rather just get those. So we had gotten all of the ally status, negative statuses, gambits before. And then we got all of the enemy positive statuses. So now we're just getting the enemy negatives and the ally positives, which are admittedly less useful, but we kind of want, you know, all of them there. Okay, so that's a big block of 300s. I'm not sure that we have the money for all that yet. Let's pick up the faux elemental weak gambits. Okay, so we got a lot of gambits now. Oh, we're gonna get the faux gambits down. So these faux negative status gambits are good if you want to, like, blind and slow something. You can well, so slow is the more important status that you want first. So you can have a enemy slow gambit, right? And then so it's more important. But once an enemy is already slowed, you don't want your character to keep casting slow on that enemy. So you can use a faux status slow gambit to do blind, and then you can put that faux status slow gambit in front of the cast slow gambit, so that you now that you have cast slow on the enemy, the gambit system sees that the first priority is to make that slowed target blind. Now that doesn't work the other way around, because if you know, you have the blind status, the casting of the blind in front of the slow, but it's totally dependent on that target being slowed. So when it goes to read the gambits from top to bottom, it will say, okay, well, on a slowed enemy we want to blind that, but there's no slowed enemies, so we're just going to go down to the slow gambit, which is directly below the blind gambit. So we'll go slow, and then the next time it cycles through the gambits, it'll go from top to bottom and it'll say, oh, well, we have a slowed creature now, so we will blind it. So that's sort of where the usefulness comes in for enemy status gambits. And now I think that it's looking like we'll be able to get all of these gambits. So I think for the first time in the game, we'll have been caught up on all of our gambits, which is good. Wow, wonderful. So we have all gambits in the game at this point. Admittedly, I had to give away a lot of the money that we were saving for grimoires. So, if you guys don't want to buy all the gambits right at this point, go ahead and hold off on some of the more expensive ones, some of the 300 gil ones. They're not all completely necessary at this point in the game. And I may have, in my haste, spent more money than I wanted to just now. But anyhow, we're gonna go hunt down this white moose, and we'll have a lot of enemies along the way to gather gil from, and we'll have a lot of loot to sell. I think we have some equipment still to sell, so we may make some of that money back. Did you see my bill? Thanks for coming, love. Just knowing someone cared enough to hear me troubles is all I needed. Farewell, cruel world. Only winding you up, dear. Still got some juice left in me. Ready to get down to business? If you've seen the bill, you know I need this Orthros hunted, stuffed, and mounted. How come? Well, I'll tell you, but only if you agree to do the hunt, love. Yeah, tell me more. Thank you, love. Though I hate to have such a fine young man as yourself see me in such a state. Well, you already know I'm a thief. There, I said it. A shame. Ahem, well, I wouldn't be much of a thief if I didn't steal from time to time. And this time I was partaking of some things in Samal's house. That Samal's never home. He's always down in the South Sprawl talking to some kid. Why, he's practically begging to be robbed. Not being one to turn down such a clear invitation, I helped myself to some plunder. Only these kids caught me in the act. Well, you can imagine how frightened I was. A mob of kids chasing after me, shouting, "Stop, thief," and grab her and whatnot. Well, no. I think you're pretty big. I think you should be able to shrug them off. But let's go on. Much easier being chased by proper adults, I find. But where was I? Oh, because kids are so fast and light and take turns so easily, I guess? Maybe, yeah. Ah, of course, the Garam-Scythe Waterway. That's the place what they chased me to. Couldn't scarcely breathe by this point, mind you. Still, somehow I gave him the slip, but no sooner had I stopped to catch my breath than that Orthros reared its, well, head, I suppose. Not being in the condition to fight, I threw down my plunder there and then ran as fast as I could. So, he didn't really steal it from you, you just gave it to him. By the time I made it back up to Lowtown, the kids had gotten the grown-ups involved and I found myself pinned in tight. Well, seemed to me I'd gone from the frying pan into the fire. Lucky for me, Samal showed up just then. He was one that I'd stolen from, see? Part of gold that one has. Said he'd let it all be as water under a bridge, if I'd just return everything what I took. Only this Orthros made off with all my plunder, and I'm in no condition to get it back from him, as you surely see. So you gotta help me kill that Orthros and get back them things I stole. Else they'll hand me over to the Imperials, and then it's Nalbana for me. Notorious Sikh by the name of Deguz is said to be there. I daren't think of what he'd do to a dainty flower like myself. Don't let them send me away. Okay, well, first of all, I think Deguz is dead. I think we killed him, so you don't have that to worry about. That Arthros was off in the south end of the waterway. Only, he's peculiar about who he'll attack. Leastwise, that's what Samal said. Don't let me down. I'm begging you with all the beg I got left. So you stole some stuff, ran into the waterway, threw them down at the first sight of a monster, and now you want us to go get that for you? That's terrible. Okay, well, whatever. We're always up for a good fight. Now let's see, do we have enough inventory? Items, let's see what we got. Oh, 6 remedies? That's not enough. Let's go see if we can buy some more stuff, since the guy is right here. Although I'm not sure he'll have a whole lot. Oh great, he's just got stuff that we already have a bunch of. Okay, well, whatever. Looks like we're going in the waterway. Alright, so we're gonna get to a save point. And while we're here, we do have license points to spend, and we do have gambits to set up. Specifically haste gambits and aga gambits that we want to set up. So let's first save, just in case we buy something we wish we hadn't have bought. Then I can go back off camera and play with the license points a bit. Oh, we have far fewer license points than I thought. Okay, I thought we were rolling in them at this point, but I guess we're not, so we could buy... we can't even buy this gambit slot because we have to buy a magic slot first. Okay, well... Astracon hat... White whirl. Now if we get that white whirl, we can go here and get that, wait. No. Oh, that's the Yagyu Darkblade Mesa, which actually we can't even equip those anyway, so. Get a Potion Lore 2, we get a Swiftness. I'm pretty sure that's what we wanted next. Traveler. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we wanted the Potion Lore 2. Martyr. I guess Martyr is pretty good. But we definitely want that Swiftness. Alright, let's see. 52. What can we use him? We can get a shield block. We can get a battle lore. Ooh, a black belt. That would be good to have. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that I gotta look up what White Moose can do to us here. Alright, so he is in the West Sluice Control. So he's down here. I believe Orthros is here, so we definitely will have to backtrack all the way through the Garum Scythe to hit a save crystal again before we fight Orthros, which doesn't sound all that fun. Let's see, stats. He absorbs water, and he has a 200% resistance to fire. So we actually could have just went in just with Fira, and we didn't need to go to the Viera homeland for the Thundara. However, we wouldn't have had haste, which is very important. Let's see. Sleep is what he... So, intoxify. What does... Sleep slow. His added status effect on his hit is sleep. And then he casts Sloga Intoxify. So, I'm pretty sure that's... Toxify is... a poison, I think? So let's see. Oh, he uses Flash, which inflicts blind. So blind's slow. We can use Blind and Berserk on it to inhibit its ability to use offensive magic. Its physical attack will be stronger. So we can... it says battles made easier by waiting until after defeating Judge Bergen and buying 3 Viking coats to avoid water damage. Well, we have Viking coats for a bunch of people. Goggle mask to avoid the blind status. Nihopaloa accessory will make the ailment stick. The chance of landing a successful spell against White Moose is low. Nihopaloa, so that turns an item like eye drops, which is intended to cancel blind. It will have the opposite effect, so it will inflict blind. So the moose can be put to sleep, and then we can just beat on it with Fira, and then summon Bellius. They say flame staffs, but we can't use two-handed weapons. Okay, so heal poison and blind effects when the moose wakes. Okay, so yeah, so I guess Toxify is poison for everyone. Okay, so with all that knowledge, we have to see if we have a weapon that can put him to sleep. Sap, Petrify, KO. Slow. Protect. No sleep. Okay, so looks like we don't have any weapons that will put it to sleep. What we do need to do is take the miter off of Bosch. And it's already off of Fran. Good. Let's see. We need to put the Flame Tongue on Ash, because that's what the Flan hates, is fire. Alright, let's do some licenses. Time Battle Mage. Fran needs to learn haste, I'm pretty sure, if she hasn't already. And she would learn it break. Let's see, break. Does she already know it? Yes, gravity and haste. She already knows it. Okay, so, let's see, who has access to haste? Is it just Fran? Auto sort these abilities here. Thunder, Thundara. So, how is it that Penelo already has Thundara? Fira. She had to have got that somehow. Okay, it looks like, yeah, Fran is the only one with access to haste. So we need to get more than just Penelo to learn Thundara and Fira. And then we also need to try to see if we can teach more people haste. But I'm not convinced that that's possible. Okay, so Firaga and Thundaga will be hard to get Bosch to learn. Like, we're gonna need to grind for that. And it's all because we were trying to get this channeling too, I'm pretty sure. So, whoops. So Bosch won't have his Fira and Thundaga probably until after we get done with the White Moose. And in that case, I really hope that we don't have to rely on the second party, because then we'll just be mischaining. So Ash never has any access to magic until she gets some Espers behind her. Fran already has haste. Let's see what it would take to get her Thundaga and Fira. So Thundara she has. Fira she has. Why does it say... Does it say she doesn't have access to those? No, it doesn't say that. All it says is that Penelo is the last one to have access. Okay, so we have 3 people have access to it already, so that's pretty good. We've got... Who else should have access? A red mage, and a red... So all our 3 red mages have it. We don't have a black mage on our team, so that's really the only people who can have it. So everybody who can have our Aura Magics has it, and then everybody who can have haste, it looks like, has it, because that's only going to be Fran. Alright, so we're looking at trying to get some accessories. I think Nishigen Belt is the one that nullifies sleep, so we can't even get the right accessory that we want. Because we don't have enough LP. Dang. I guess we'll learn Black Belt for now. And hope that we get enough LP to get the Nishigen Belt later. Before the White Moose. There's a couple of frames, I doubt it. But we can learn Tourmaline Ring. We might have to just learn a Gambit here. Oh, you know what? We have access to Nishigen Belt, but it's through a Gambit. So... Dang. Like, we really... Oh, we could have learned Drain. We didn't really have enough LP for Drain. At least we have Dragon Shield. Alright, well I think a Gambit slot was a good buy for Fran anyhow, because we really need her to we do have a Black Mage. But we already have... Wait a minute. If we already have Thundara... Oh, I'm looking at Thundaga here. That's why. That's... Okay. Thundara, Fira. Okay. It's all making sense now. I got confused. Okay. Where's Blizzara? That's weird. We have Bio Blindga, Aeroga Silencega, Blizzaga. Where's Blizzara? Oh, there it is on Thundara. Okay. Huh. Odd. Alright, let's see. What can we learn as a red mage? Well, it looks like a Gambit slot might be our best buy here. Unless we have like immediate access to Nishigen Belt somewhere around here. Oh, he already has Nishigen Belt. So we don't have to worry about that. So we can do Black Belt because that'll give us Ether Lore 2. Or we can get closer to Remedy Lore. And Ether Lore 3, so... Yeah, I think this is the right one here. Alright, I may find that I wish I had gotten more Gambits. Hope that's not the case, but... I mean, it could always go that way. Let's see. Oh, max HP, we can bring that up. What else can we do? We can do shield block, we can do some, well, Gambit slots. 40 for 110. What was the other one? That was like, what, 30? No, that's the same one. So we can get that. Okay. Potion Lore 1 and 2. Pretty sure we're going with those. I mean, it's tempting to go after Gambit slots right now, but we're gonna resist that urge. Let's go for Gambits. What are we gonna teach our people here? Oh, so Von has one he's not even using, but he's not one of the Aura magic users. So we're gonna do Fira, and we're gonna do Foe. fire weak. And we're going to do faux fire weak on oil as well. And then we're going to do haste. Now, I don't want to waste a whole bunch of MP casting haste all the time, so we're going to do ally HP less than 70. Matter of fact, we'll do less than 50. Just because, you know, that seems to be a good way to go about it. Okay, so charge, fire, so fire, Fira. Definitely want Fira now. We'll want that to be fire weak. Shades of Black we have. We can do fire weak, I guess, again, because our white moose is fire weak after all. And then we can do Fira here with fire weak again. Charge. Now we have 2 gambit slots, so I'm kind of glad that I haven't bought any gambits for Penelo right now, because she doesn't need them necessarily. We have Poisona, which we know we'll need. We'll do an ally any gambit on that. What else do we know that we'll need? We'll have slow cast on us, which Fran's going to get rid of with haste. Then we have blind, and the other one was poison, slow, blind, and poison. So we pretty much got all of our bases covered. So we can do a dispel gambit actually, or we can do a regen. Let's do a regen gambit. HP less than 100. And we'll leave it black, blink. Alright, so we got Larsa back. We don't need Poisono, we don't need... Well, yeah, we do. We need all these. I was thinking that these were items, heals of the effects here. So... I'm actually thinking we put them up here. We don't want him using potion at all. What we do want him to use is Phoenix Down just in case. Phoenix Down on any. Alright, well, we'll see if those are good. We'll roll with those for now. If we need more later, we can always add more later. I think he's got the Asuna. No? Who's our white mage? Yeah, Vaughn. You should have Asuna. Why doesn't Vaughn have Asuna? Oh, you know what? We were that close. Oh man, that's terrible. So Vaughn has fallen off of his magic game, really. is actually falling off of his mist game too, because he could be getting closer to White Whirl, but where is he? He's going after swiftness. I suppose it's okay to do without Drain for a while, but Asuna is really important. So let's see. Let's just see how far we get. We can always just sort of ditch the White Moose hunt and grind down here in general, which I'd probably do off camera. But grind for LP, that would allow us to get Asuna and some other things that, you know, we'd really want. Oh, we've went the wrong way. Wow, we're just taking it to this frog here. He's actually kind of taking it to Ash, like... I don't want to say ow, but that really does hurt. Okay, let's see. How do we get around here? What we don't really want to be down here. We want to be up there. So how do we get around? Guess we'll go this way. This will get us around, yeah. So there's that Marlboro. We've got those awesome shielded armors that have Protect casted on us innately, so it's permanent. Now, of course, Ash is going to put to sleep. That's no good. I want to make sure this Marlboro goes down first. Let's get Fran out of there, because she's getting stomped on pretty bad. He's actually trying to go after Fran, so we kited him for a minute, but it looks like he chose a different target. Which is good for us, because whatever target he chose had incredible shield block. Much better than Fran. Okay, so we'll go back to Ash as our main... Alright. Got no item bags over there. A dark crystal is a pretty good bizarre item to have. I really hope that there's no elementals, because that's the last thing we need, honestly, is to run into an elemental at this stage of the game. Now, we could have made it this far, I guess, without Cura. We could have been casting Cura this whole time and probably be pretty good. So we're wasting a little more MP than we need to be, but I'm not altogether worried about it, because we got a lot of ethers. Let's see, no potion bags, no elemental on the screen that is threatening us. We do have these Marlboros, however. We're going to have to get done with these guys before we go down here, because the White Moose appears when we get down there, so we don't want any of our characters to trigger that white moose encounter. Want to make sure that we're fully healed, HP and MP wise. Alright, over here, fellas. Over here, Fran. I don't like how close you're getting to those steps. Alright, now, we have slow. Let's see. We'll change gambits here. We'll change haste to ally any. Sounds good enough. And then we'll do steal, because we definitely want Fran to steal off this thing. Items. Let's do some ethers. We'll give one on Fran. We'll give... oh, I guess a bunch on Fran. So we'll get all ethered up here. I gotta figure out what is... oh, so Pinello is 320. Fran is 311. So we need to at least break 300 on both of these ladies. You know what? I'm gonna have to take the haste gambit off of Fran because she's ruining her MP just as fast as we're giving it back to her, which is terrible. Alright, so we'll probably one more ether on Pinello. And then hopefully just one more ether on Fran, but I don't know. Probably another one on Fran as well. Okay, do we have any meaningful HP that we can recover? Yeah, well, yeah, we could give a potion to Pinello. Or 98. Oh, wrong target. So being that we have all these potions, I wonder if it would be a good idea to have a potion gambit set on Ash here. That way we don't have to worry about the Cure Gambit. I guess we could put Echo Herbs here. Okay, so we got a Potion Gambit on Ash. We got everyone else on Cura. That all computes, so blind now. I think we kind of need... We need a... How do we get Berserk on? We need a Box's Wine, and I'm not sure that we have that. Darn it, so we can't even Berserk this guy. Dispel Mote, Haska, Cura, Reflectka, Float. We have a Soleil Fang. So we don't have the Box's Wine that we need. That's gonna be tricky. Because we're gonna want... We would have wanted that. I'll just put it that way. Alright, well let's get this White Moose done and over with. Gambit. We'll put haste on, and we'll put steel all the way above haste. So Fran stole a potion, and now he can't be stolen from. So that's a lot of good that steel gambit did for us. So she's hasting everyone. Larsa's using Poisona, which is good. Now that's what we want. We want for the White Moose to be going after either Penelo or Ash. I'm going to see if Larsa has any access to any black magic spells. Because we definitely... Well, we don't want him to use Aqua. But Bubble... We do want Bubble. That's awesome. Okay, so let's get Bubble on somebody. Bubble, and then we'll use L-I-N-E. We'll put it even above Poisona. Now we'll get Larsa clear. And I think Fran is the one who's using the most magic right off the bat, so let's go ahead and keep Fran running around. We want him to use Aquaga on just Penelo. If he can. Alright, we're gonna need somebody to focus on the frog. So Gambits, what do we have? Larsa, why don't you just go take out the frog? We don't want nearest invisible, we want weakest. Lowest max HP. Yeah, there you go. Beat on that frog. Leave the big girls to fight the White Moose. Oh, so... looks like oil isn't doing anything, so we'll take the oil gambit off. He is immune to oil. So we'll get Fran doing fear now. And we got Ash attacking that frog as well. So is there something we can do to bring Ash to... Highest max HP. Oh, Ash isn't even... Wow, I think Penelo is doing the White Moose battle all by herself at this point. Because I think Fran is paying more attention to the frog down there. That's crazy. Alright, you know what? Oh good, we got Fran. We got him. Okay, good. I was just going to switch Ash over to fighting the White Moose along with everybody else, so... Come on, Penelo. Get down here. We got a frog to catch. Alright. Now I'm gonna have to look up the Orthros. Oh man. That thing just took out Larsa. Alright, we got that frog down. I'm gonna pause for a second because I'm gonna look for associated enemies here. Orthros. Orthros is found in the southern sluiceway. So it also has a fire weakness and a water absorption. It has Bleed, Thundaga, Slowga, Break, Immobilize-ga, Disable-ga, Darkra. So we can't even... Like, if it's got Immobilize-ga and Disable-ga, then I don't even really want to mess with it right now. Because that's just crazy. We can steal some stuff off of them. But yeah, we'll want to save again before we go up against Orthros. Definitely. So let's make our way back. Let's turn off the haste gambit for now. You know what? We'll turn that gambit back on. Now that we have Marlboros put slow on us all. One more haste should do it. Dang. I guess not. Alright, now we have it. Well, this marble is doing a lot more, taking a lot more time to kill than they did the first time through here. Wow, and Penelo has to run for her life at this point because she's basically almost dead. Let's take Ash down the center. Hopefully this frog just fixates on Ash for a while. And no, it fixates on Larsa. Larsa, you need to go, buddy.
Not like this.
Well, he's gonna go one way or the other. So now hopefully he'll target Penelo and Ash. Because we need Larsa to stay his distance. And of course he's not gonna. He's gonna run right back in because attack is one of his best gambits right now, so... I guess we're kinda screwed in that regard. We're gonna need slow back on. Matter of fact, I mean not slow, but haste. I think we're gonna do ally status slow for this haste gambit here. Because we don't need it to be cast all the time, we just need it cast when somebody is slowed. Let's hit that Mawbro, guys. There we go. Virgo Gem. Very nice. Now Larsa has 1 MP. Bless his little 3-foot heart. Oh, I think he's still trying to cast Bubble on everybody. That's why. Well, I might have a good workaround for that too. I'm gonna put Larsa's Bubble Gambit to ally any 50% or less. Just for the time being. Let's save. Because we now have the moose. We're going to see if we can get Orthros as well. But I'm not altogether sure on that. Let's see. What do we have to equip in order to get immunity to disable? Because whatever that is, that's the license that we need. Immune to silence. Immune to sleep. Oh, black belt is what we need. We need everybody to wear black belt. Immune and disable. Okay, so now that we know what we need, let's look at our licenses. Do we have enough? We should. We should have enough to teach everybody black belt. Okay, we got black belt on Vaughn. Okay. Balthier, do you have black belt? Yeah, you have black belt already. Let's see, Fran, are you more able to learn black belt through here? No, you are not. I think it's even farther away on this grid, so... Wow, okay, so Fran's gonna have a hard time learning black belt. That means that we have to keep her far away from the action. It shouldn't be too hard. Because after all, I mean, she's pretty long range. So we're gonna need Rose Corsage anyway. So let's get the Tourmaline Ring, start working ourselves this way. The Rose Corsage and the black belt, that kind of thing. Let's see. Nishigen belt we have, black belt we have. What about Ash? No black belt there. And Black belt there. Okay, so Rose Corsage. I guess we're gonna have to get it somehow. Black belt. We need like 15 more LP for that. So, we're gonna need to get some more LP. Now, black belt, we can get that. I wish we could get that with Penelo right now. Let's see. Darn, we almost had it with Penelo here. Guess Rose Corsage, in either case, is the next best purchase for us to make. We're so close to Swiftness and Potion Lore. Guess we have to do it though. I mean, we have to get with the times. And our people need these accessories. So unfortunately, Penelo is one of the two ladies that Orthros is gonna have to beat up on. So she will probably get caught in the dispel and the disable and immobilize attacks that go on there. And Vaughn, I can't remember if we had Vaughn learn Asuna yet. We should have. But I don't think we did. I think we forgot again. Basically because there's so much LP, and I think I just wanted him to have black belt, so we can't even call an Asuna. But in a weird twist of fate, the men are maybe more fitted to fighting Orthros than the women right now, because of the fact that they all have black belts capability. Now they're also 10 levels lower, so that's probably working against my theory. However, we're going to make an attempt at Orthros. Not sure we're going to win, but let's just go ahead and do that. So, this has been StiltzkinKupo with Cat and Fam Gamer TV. Go ahead, like and subscribe, hit the notification button. My daughter will appreciate you doing that for her channel, as will I. I'll see you in the next video.